back to Reactioncast. It's your host, Jesus, aka Tyrant Dominus, here to give you another series review. This time around, we're going to be talking about She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. So, talking about this show is going to be pretty divisive depending on who's listening to this. Because this show has been a lot of things for a lot of people. Some good, some bad. But here is just going to be my opinion of the show. Overall base opinion for me, it's an okay show. There's a lot of problems, but there's a lot of good in the show. And I've been following along a lot of people who's also kind of been talking episode per episode, the whole series, and just seeing what people have been saying about the show. To start out, let's just go with the base thing. How the She-Hulk model. To be honest, it's kind of pretty janky, but you get used to it after a while. It takes a bit to get used to the model. It's weird. I think one person made a perfectly good comment, because you see the Hulk model and they're still using the basically the high-end model they use for all the movies, and are using that. I wish they did. Like, I wish She-Hulk hopefully maybe one day will end up as just a shows up in one of the movies, so they can get the money to get the higher end model so they can use it, because I think that would help a lot. Because overall, what's her name of this person who plays Jennifer Walters / She-Hulk? That's Tanya Maslany. Damn it, I'm misplaying. Tanya Maslany? I think that's her name. Tanya. Okay, but yeah, she does a wonderful job. You believe her character, and at the end of the day, I really liked her playing Jennifer Walters. It was really good. The thing that a lot of people are divisive of is the writing of the show, and the way the show is depicted. This show is a sitcom, like point blank. It has some interesting fourth wall breaking, but it's hit or miss. Some of the jokes there are fine, but they don't all land. And some of the topics they try to hit are hit or miss, and can be very divisive on different people. For me, it didn't hit home any of that. I could see where they were hitting and what they were trying to do, and sometimes it just didn't work out. For sure, episode 1 fired people like crazy, fumed people like crazy, and I could see that, and I saw it, and it was just one single clip out of an entire episode, because episode 1 for the most part was reasonably good. Okay, this is all right, and it was just one clip that kind of fumed everyone. It was not the best part of the episode, but it's just, you just take one part and it just ruins the whole episode, apparently, because the rest of the season has some moments. It's a show that really works well with cameos and stuff. I wish they worked more on the law side of things, because it's attorney at law, but it's the few things with the court are there. They're fun, but you want more of that stuff. Some of the side stuff, it really dives more into the sitcom thing, where you're getting it's this episode, it's one of these episodes, and it's fine, and it is what it is. Like I said, it's an okay season. It's not for me personally. I watched it, got through it, had my fill. I'm done. Am I gonna rewatch it? No. There's very few episodes in this season that I would rewatch, for sure. But as an entirety, I'm not rewatching She-Hulk. I sat down, I watched it, and I'm done. I got what I wanted from it, and that's really it. because it's there's the writing for sure was lackluster, and they even make fun of it at some points, and it's like, okay, but it's not really like, sometimes it's just not really good writing, and so they do try to poke fun of it sometimes, but it just doesn't work. And they tried to really do an interesting job trying to build up Jennifer Walters becoming or taking the identity of She-Hulk, because that's kind of what it was feeling like it was going to be, but it got sitcom-y, which was like, okay, this is what they're going for, let's go for it. It just melded weird, and I just liked it. I honestly liked it more when some of the cameos showed up. Like, oh yeah, he's here, she's here. Like, oh, okay, cool, yeah. And I think a lot of people were literally waiting for some characters just to show up, just to get those. And yeah, it's you. And even some of the supporting casts were all right. Nothing too memorable, sadly. And I honestly, the one supporting cast member, Jennifer's dad, great dad. I loved anytime he was on screen talking with his daughter. I loved those moments. Those were like believable moments, and I really liked it. And just I don't know, it's just my expectation for the show going into it were not what I thought they were going to be, which is fine, because they have their own view on it, and what they were trying to do was, like, I could see what they were trying to do. It just, I don't know, it just didn't click, and for sure it hit a lot of people the wrong way. But as a show, it was just okay. Like, honestly, just okay. Like, there's no much more I can tell you without really just going into spoilers and stuff like that. And it's very divisive, I'm not gonna lie. So me just giving it a solid, like, oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna give this one, I'm thinking of all the shows too, a little bit. It's a Marvel property. They were trying something, just didn't click at times. Some of the jokes hit, but a lot of them didn't. I'm gonna give this one a solid 4 out of 10. Yeah, it was just below average. It was like, there was very few episodes where I'm like, yeah, I'm glad that happened. I'm like, I'm glad I watched it. I'm happy. I'm like, the rest were like, okay, okay, like, sure. I don't know. It's disappointing. I wanted to see what more they can get from this show, and they already announced season 2, and I'm hoping they'll get more from it, just because of how some of the things that led into this, and then the kind of the finale. The finale was interesting, for sure, but it's wonky. Yeah, like, I'm hoping they can clean up the model a little bit more moving forward. Some of the writing can get a little better. We can get more court scenes, a little bit more entertaining court scenes. That'd be fantastic, because yeah, anytime she was being a lawyer, I'm like, oh, that's good. And anytime she was just improving her being She-Hulk, those were fun too. There's just a lot of background noise that kind of just like, and the background noise is supposed to be the character, the things helping the characters develop an environment and everything. It just like it just didn't work. It just didn't work. I mean, it was hard to watch. Oh my god. But yeah, 4 out of 10. Yeah, let me know what you guys thought of She-Hulk. Did you get through it? Because for sure I kind of ended up just watching the first 3 episodes and then waited until everything got done and watched the entire thing in one go. And yeah, are you gonna watch it if you haven't? Let me know down in the comments below. Yeah, so thanks again for watching or listening. Until next time, see ya. See ya. See ya. See ya.